Hey guys, so this week our theme is USA. So with Memorial Day being on Monday, I thought it'd be a cool little idea to do a mini history lesson on World War II and the medals, some of the medals that were given out during World War II. My papa, this is an older picture, so my papa, he served in World War II, so he's a World War II veteran. And we have his medals in this cool display case. So I thought I looked them all up. I did all my research. I looked them up and I figured out which each one of these medals is meant for and why it was given. So I'm gonna give you a quick little lesson on that, but just a little background. So I found this online too. It's his draft records. And this says that my papa enlisted on July 12th, 1944. And it kind of gives a little bit of detail, like where he registered and all these other different interesting little facts. But I thought that was cool. That was on the internet. So now I'm going to take you guys over to the medals. So this is a cool little thing my dad had made after my papa had passed away, as a way to kind of just honor him and keep all his stuff in one spot. So this is the flag that my dad received at my papa's funeral. Because he's a veteran, they did military honors where they play taps and do the 21 gun salute. And then they fold up the flag and give it to the oldest child of the veteran, or to their spouse. But in this case, it was my dad because he was the oldest child. And these are just a few photos of my papa when he was serving. I just kind of chuckle because I'm like, you were young once, what? But yeah, so I looked up all these. So we're gonna start with, I have them in an order. This is the Asia-Pacific Campaign Medal. And it is a U.S. military award for the Second World War, which was awarded to the U.S. Armed Forces who served in the Asia-Pacific Theater from 1941 to 1945. There were 21 Army official campaigns at the Pacific Theater. So as you see, there is a little arrowhead on it as well as a star. So the star were for service stars, or they're called battle stars. And then the arrowhead means that you were involved in amphibious assault landing. And the colors are for the US flag and the Japan flag. Next, we have the World War II Victory Medal, which is a service medal of the United States military, which was established July 6th, 1945. The World War II Victory Medal was issued as a service ribbon known as the Victory Ribbon, but then was later transitioned into a medal once World War II ended. There was no minimum service time to earn this award, but you did need to serve in World War II. It is the second most widely awarded military medal in the U.S. after the National Defense Service Medal. This is the Bronze Star Medal. It is the United States Decoration Award to members of the United States Armed Forces for either heroic achievement, heroic service, in a combat zone. So they either have to engage in action against an enemy of the U.S., engaged in military operations involving conflict with an opposing foreign force, or serving with friendly foreign forces engaged in armed conflict against an opposing armed force in which the U.S. is not affiliated with. The reason why I'm not sure there are two is because The Purple Heart is awarded for the first wound suffered under specific conditions, but each subsequent award is an oak leaf cluster or a star worn in lieu of another medal. Not more than one award will be made for more than one wound or injury received in the same instance. This is the Army of Occupation Medal. It was established by the United States War Department on April 5th, 1946. The medal was created in the aftermath of World War II to recognize those who performed occupation service in either Germany, Italy, Austria, or Japan. To be awarded the Army of Occupation Medal, a service member has required at least 30 consecutive days of military duty within a designated geographical area of military occupation. The Army of Occupation Medal was presented with a campaign class for either European or Asian services, depending on which region they served in during their performance. A bronze class with the words Germany or Japan was worn with the ribbon to indicate service. So as you can see, there was nothing that says Germany or Japan, so we're not exactly sure where he specifically served. So this is the Good Conduct Medal, and as you can see, there's also two of these, which again, we're not sure why, but is the oldest military award. Each branch of the military has their own specific ribbon for this medal, so this is the Army's ribbon. So it is awarded to active duty enlisted members of the military who complete 3 consecutive years of honorable and faithful service. During times of war, the medal is awarded during 1 year of faithful service. So a little bit about background. So the eagle with wings spread is for vigilance and superiority. It is standing on a sword, which means loyalty. And then under the sword is a book, which represents knowledge acquired and ability gained. And it says efficiency, honor, and fidelity. Badge, which is awarded to persons upon successful completion of a weapons qualification course. So this is the Army Marksman Qualification Badge, which is given to soldiers who qualify at 3 different qualification levels. So the highest is expert, the middle is sharpshooter, and the lowest one is marksman. So the 2 circles, the 2 circles means that this was a sharpshooter, and then suspended is what he became a sharpshooter. And so he was a sharpshooter with a rifle. This is the Combat Infantryman Badge, and there's also 2 of these. But this is awarded to an infantryman or special forces soldier who fought in active ground combat while assigned as a member of either an infantry or special forces unit. The requirements for this award is to be an infantryman satisfactorily performing infantry duties, assigned to an infantry unit during such a time that the unit is engaged in active ground combat, and actively participating in active ground combat are the requirements. So this gold pin, which is actually upside down, is the Honorable Service Lapel button. It is given to service members who were discharged under honorable conditions during World War II. It served a few purposes. It was proof that the wearer was honorably discharged veteran returning from duty, but it was also identifier to railroad, bus, and other transportation companies who offered free transportation to returning veterans. And I'm sorry it's upside down, but that's the way it should be. So this patch, I was a little confused about what it was, but from my understanding, it's the Engineer Amphibian Command, and he actually has 2 of those as well. But in addition to training combat units in amphibious warfare, the Army also trained personnel in the operation and maintenance of landing crafts. There was a lot of stuff on this one that kind of got super confusing. So I just took the very basics. So it has to do with engineering. This is the 25th Infantry Division, nicknamed Tropic Lightning for the U.S. Army, which was based in Hawaii. It conducted military operations primarily in the Asia-Pacific region. Tropic Lightning soldiers served as the premier Army response force for U.S. Pacific Command and regularly trained with other U.S. military branches to practice and maintain joint operation capabilities. The division was originally activated in 1941 from Hawaii during World War II, slightly a month before the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor and began the Pacific War. And then lastly, this is one of his dog tags, and this is the other one. It says Chesla E. Buck, and then it has the number. And then I wasn't able to find what this pin meant, the shield with a heart, cross, and anchor. And I wasn't able to find what this star meant. Oh, and I didn't find this one either. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed learning about all the different metals.